Robert Earl, uofearl.com with week 6 of Chamber Secrets, the course. And this week we're talking about the fact that everyone loves the host. We're going to talk about how to turn the chamber membership magic the other way around. Up until this point, we've talked about developing your message, and then how you started to participate, and then most importantly, follow up. But after a while, what are you going to follow up? What are you going to actually do? And participating, you're always going on somebody else's field, shall we say. Well, now the opportunity is there for you to invite them. Turn the tables on it. Come from contribution as to what it is that you're offering to be able to go there and provide value. And I'll talk about some examples of how to be able to do this. How can I help this person with his or her business? Have that in mind as you're doing your follow-ups, as you're able to go through this. So one of the best, most effective follow-ups is the one-on-one cup of coffee or cup of tea appointment. In this one-on-one, they create an environment where the other individual gets to talk about the most important person in the world, themselves. So you're doing this to come from that curiosity. This is something that you'd be able to hold at a local coffee shop or a coffee or tea. Great opportunity for you to also attend a fellow chamber member's business versus one of the chains. I love my Dunkin' and Starbucks like anyone, but that ability to also give back to a local chamber member and meet there to be able to go through. Now, one of the approaches that I take when I'm doing these meetings is to stack and overlap. And let me talk about what that means. When we're actually scheduling these appointments, I like to pick a day of the week in which I'm going to do the appointments. So let's say that I would start the first appointment at 9 a.m. at a particular coffee shop, and I'm going to invite Sally. So Sally and I are going to sit down, we're going to have a discussion. It's going to be probably about an hour that we have blocked off for the appointment. While I'm booking that particular appointment, I'm also going to book a time for Fred to come in. But Fred's appointment, I'm going to let him know that it starts at 9:45. Now what I've done is a couple different things that work to everyone's advantage. When Fred shows up, I have an opportunity to introduce him to Sally. Now I've become the connector, and by doing so, I will be remembered as the one that introduced him. Or what happens a lot of times is they already know each other, and now I've become part of the bond or become part of the circle because I took the time to make the introduction. A second part of stacking the meetings and being able to do them. It saves on gas. You're not running all over the place. You've got one place where you are meeting at versus having to go to this appointment, that appointment, over here, over there. So that saves a lot of wear and tear. Also, when you're doing that, it gives you an opportunity to, for lack of a better term, get dressed up or dolled up for that particular day because you know you've got the back-to-back appointments, and you'll be, shall we say, showtime, where you'll be out there and be prepared. When you do your stack and overlaps, make sure that you bring some work or some other materials just in case somebody cancels at the last moment. At least that way you avoided driving across town from one appointment to the other and realizing that they weren't going to be there. You're already set in your one location. I go through particular coaching sessions with our clients talking about this stack and overlap methodology and how to be able to implement it. Now, events. a quarterly type of basis for you to be able to have an event. Yes, you to be able to be the host or work together with a couple other, your ambassador, a couple other chamber members to have a event. Whether it be a mixer, whether it be working with that partner that you have, or providing a level of training as well, where you're working together and being of value to the other members. The beauty of an event is, when we're talking about doing this follow-up and being memorable, is that an event gives you more than one opportunity to be in contact with somebody. You get to send out the initial invite. You get to send out a reminder, whether it be the reminder a couple days before or the day of. If you're on Facebook as well, you keep popping up in their wall as to the individual that's there. You also get to follow up, not just with those that attended, but everyone that attends. Take a few photos, share those out, make it such a situation where others go, oh man, I missed out on that. I got to make sure that next time it comes up. I have individuals that will ask me, I can't make this one. Can you let me know when the next one's coming up? Well, now I've got permission to reach out to them and be in contact with them. And many times in business, isn't that just what we're looking for, is an opportunity and an ear? The partnerships that you can form. Others want to reach the same audience that you are. So it might be, it doesn't have to be in parallel businesses. They could be on opposite ends of the spectrum, but you both want to reach that same audience that you're going through. So that ability to have that shared experience that's going through, and you get to share expenses. So it's an opportunity for you to look at your bottom line as you're going through that. The ability to have this on social media as well, to have that amplification of creating an event, having others that actually share it, that goes into it. Branding, whether it be branding the event or branding your business as it fits into it, or you yourself. These are all great opportunities that you're able to go into there. So with the invites, doing it with Facebook events, whether it be doing it with Eventbrite, these are great opportunities where last event that I held, posted on Eventbrite, I had individuals that were not part of my database that attended because they were looking for ways to become involved with other businesses, and now has given me an opportunity to introduce them to the chamber and to become a member as well. So it's a win-win situation from that. Tying it into something with charity, as long as you're being true to yourself or true to the charity, this is a great opportunity to have some sort of overlap that's in there. This can develop a higher interest, and also gives you a higher purpose, shall we say, to be giving back from that standpoint. So tying it in. Also, when you see a charity event that's going on, inviting them to the event. So it gives a great opportunity. And then the educational aspect of it, providing a level of training that's going on, where you're inviting others to be able to come to this. This gives you an opportunity to show what makes you and your company different. And you've kind of heard a theme so far. This gives you an entree in, and I've talked about not selling, but this gives you that opportunity that becomes a gateway to sales, to be able to go through that. You earn the right to sell by being of service. So you've heard this as a theme as I've gone through the program here, but it always returns more as you go through. Don't be the one with commission breath or sales breath, shall we say. Don't be that person. Come from contribution and earn the right to be able to go through this. So we talked about inviting others to come in because everyone loves the host. The power of the one-on-one. I could probably break out and do an individual training class on just this one topic, or I would love to be able to coach you through how you can implement this and make it a powerful weapon in your business and making it stand out. The events that you can have and the ongoing schedule. I try to make sure that I've got 1 or 2 events on the horizon so that they become points of conversation that I have with individuals, so that every conversation isn't about sales, that it is about coming from contribution. I'm looking for opportunities to partner with others to be able to do these activities, and then amplifying it out with social media and being able to go through that, tying into a charity if we need to also do that, and then training, being educational in what your items are, maybe having one or two different businesses that are piggybacking on each other to be able to do that. See, we earn the right to sell by being of service. So again, that's the theme from that standpoint. So, here to assist, whether it be in a uofearl.com, whether it be in that one-on-one situation, walking you through that step-by-step stack and overlap situation, how to help you in coming up with the creativity for some event planning, that creation, the partnerships that you could look for, brainstorming, those types of things, and then actually the planning and accountability that goes with it. So here to assist in you becoming the host that everyone enjoys and loves the most. So next week, the Chamber Secret number 7, we'll talk about the pot of gold that is in your town. Until next time, make it a great day.